So basically, artificial intelligence, if you're not already aware of it, is basically the technology where researchers want to try to emulate the human brain a little bit, getting it to think the way that we do so it can complete tasks for us. So things like, writing an email, something simple like that, or even something as complicated as being like a full system on its own. So starting to do things like little tasks for yourself. Like maybe, you have an assistant, you tell it, okay, I'm going to be at this restaurant at this time. I need you to book this. I need you to, plan out my vacation, all those kind of things. That's what the AI could do for you on a very, like, high level. So it's able to do and execute tasks for you.
And in fact, so much more. I mean,
Much more, yes.
it's just emerging every day, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's getting
It's
much
new
more.
stuff every day. Most people are concerned about the danger of artificial intelligence. Is this something? I mean, I suppose when people first saw fire, they thought of the danger of.
Mm.
Is there something they should be worried about?
I would say yes. I'm not going to say like, 100% trust it. However, the technology is here. So at this point, it's not as much as like, what should I be very worried about? It's what do I need to know to keep myself safe? So for me, it's more of a knowledge base in the same way with fire. You can use that example that, before you tried to use fire, you'd be like, oh my goodness, let me not touch that. It's very hot. But if you know how to use it, you can cook. It's like different things that you can do with it. And I think that artificial intelligence is relatively the same way. You just need to be cautious with how you use it and really understand it and educate yourself.
So, what are you going to be doing in terms of presenting the information that you want people to hear?
Right. So basically, my company is Tombolo Research. We are an AI and robotics company that I launched in Dubai, and then I'm expanding home to Bermuda because of the things that I've seen there in Dubai. It's a very high tech city. It's a lot of different like AI systems already being used, even robots in different cafes. So things are being like, I guess, accelerated there in terms of their AI infrastructure and how they're starting to integrate the technology, and even in countries beyond that. But that's just where I was living for the past 2 years. So now with my company, I'm hoping to bring some of that technology to Bermuda because I just feel like there's been a bit of a, I would say, a stalemate for a while in terms of innovation. And the AI technology is rapidly advancing. And I'm a little bit concerned, really, that, Bermuda hasn't really accelerated to that level yet. And that we are mostly still in the awareness phase. So it's not really me criticizing anyone. It's just that I feel that at the moment we're still in the awareness phase where most people, well, not most people, a lot of countries are starting to get into the race, like that application phase and looking at where they can start to implement it. So the talk on Friday is really just to spread awareness and get people talking about it. Because like you said, there's some people that love to use it or like super with the technology and some people are like, "Ah, I don't want to touch that at all." So it's really just the awareness situation. I think that Bermuda just needs to get more educated. And I think that's the main thing in terms of AI, like knowing what is it, how can it benefit you, and why is it important for us to get involved in this kind of thing.
So, if I come to your company,
Mm.
what am I going to come to your company for specifically? And let's say I'm all in for AI. What am I going to get from you when I come to your company?
Absolutely. So we're more of a bit of a combo. So we're AI and robotics. So because I had launched my first, well, I'm launching my first robot product by the end of this summer. So first of all, we do robotic services, but in order to robotics can be a relatively expensive endeavor. So we also offer AI consulting. So if you're coming to me as a client and you want to be able to work with us, you'd be looking for AI services. So being able to implement these systems into your business. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to like just automate some of the daily processes that you have. We're happy to help with that, and we build AI products for people. So things that you wouldn't normally you would want to automate because you're using it and it's taking up a lot of time in your business. So we really just help with that efficiency side of things.
What's surprising to me, I think, is how much uh, AI uh, opportunities or services or products are free. I
Mhm.
mean, you go online and Google's giving away the Gemini thing is incredible. I think there's every single one of the major tech companies anyway are doing some major things.
Mm.
Um, and so, what does that tell me? If they're giving this away for free, it seems to tell me there's going to be so much more down the
Mm.
road.
Yes, definitely. I would say that that's a good sign for where the innovation is headed because a lot of companies are able to give away that kind of technology for free. And I just think that that's also kind of leads towards why I want to have this presentation because it's looking at what other companies are doing, what other countries are doing in terms of their innovation. And then, you come back home to Bermuda, you want to start applying this kind of thing, and people don't understand it or they're not really sure where to apply it for themselves, even though the information is technically out there. It's just that we haven't started implementing it here yet, and that's something I want to start looking at from Friday.
Do you think it's going to speed up this?
Absolutely. Yes, I do.
I mean, we're already got us struck with all the stuff. Like I say,
Mm.
so much of it's being given away for free.
Mm.
Um, it, it just you get the impression that you know You think it's going fast now?
Mm.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Wait a year.
It's a great quote. I'm not sure who said it, but they were like, "This is the worst that AI will ever be, and it's just gonna be evolving and enhancing from here. So this is the worst it'll ever be." So if we're not on the tide now, it's like when that kind of stuff comes and it accelerates, then, we will be kind of in a bit of a stalemate the way that we are now. That's why I think the awareness is so important.
Okay. So when is the event?
It's going to be on Friday, April 17th from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock p.m. And it's open to the public, but please register on my website so that you can secure a seat. I only have about 50 or 55 seats available. So if you don't register online, I may not be able to have a chair. But yes, so it'll be hosted at the Chamber of Commerce, which is in All Boys Point in that pink building for people that don't know.